everyone! So I thought that today it would be kind of fun to do a makeup tutorial. So I'm just going to go through and show you how I wear my makeup on just a regular, normal, daily basis. Yeah, we'll just get right into it, and I hope that you like it. So first off, I always use my Pore Professional. And this stuff just fills in your pores for people who have large pores and makes it so that there's a less appearance of having large pores, and it blocks the oil from coming to the surface of the skin, so you don't have to blot your face like a million times a day. So now I'm going to apply my primer, and my primer is from Tarte, and it's their oil-free, all-natural one. I don't want to put it over the Pore Professional. It tends to reduce the Pore Professional's effect. I'm just going to apply it around it. The Pore Professional, by the way, that's not something that everyone uses. It's mainly only for people who have large pores and oily skin. Okay, so now we've got our primer set, and we're going to apply the liquid foundation. The liquid foundation is the Sephora brand, and it's almost all gone. Alright, so you're going to make sure that you're going to blend your foundation in. You don't want to have this line right here where people can tell that you have like a ton of foundation and then like no makeup. That always looks awful, so make sure you blend it in really well. Alright, so at this point we're going to go ahead and apply our concealer. And this concealer is, I don't know if you can see that, it's from Avon, and it's R01 is the shade. It's my Avon. You're just going to apply it wherever there's a blemish, wherever there's acne or any redness or any darkness. You're going to apply your concealer. Okay, now for applying concealer to your eyes, you're going to use your ring finger. It is the softest finger on your hand, so and your eye skin is pretty delicate, so you just want to make sure you use your ring finger for that. And applying concealer to your eyes just makes them look brighter. It'll take away any darkness and any tiredness that's there. So just make them look brighter and more awake. So now we're going to apply our powder. And my powder is, oops, I got some powder in there, it's Estee Lauder, and it is in shade 1 Light. You're going to apply this all over your face, and if you do get a brush and not a sponge, then you want to make sure you get a fairly large one and a fairly round one like this. You're not going to want a little one because it'll just be way too much work to apply the makeup on your entire face. You're also not going to want to really get a tapered one or an angled one because that'll apply the makeup unevenly. So now we're going to go ahead and do our contouring or bronzing, whatever you would call that. I'm just going to say contouring. I don't think bronzing is a word or an actual action. Considering it's not a word, I guess it can't be an actual action since it's a verb. Anyways, now we're going to contour. So my contour is from NARS. My bronzer is from NARS. And it is in Laguna, is the shade that it's in. And I really like this one. I'll just open it so you can see. I like it because there's no orange in it at all. It's just straight brown, and it's very, very matte. I don't like a sparkly bronzer because that takes away from the natural effect I'm going for. When you do contouring, if it's just for a day-to-day basis, you don't want any sparkle or any shimmer. The reason is because the purpose of contouring is to make your face have more depth and to change the shape of it, essentially. You're going to apply it to your temple here and just bring it down and right under the cheekbone. Same to the other side. And you're also going to bring it down there and right under the jawline. Okay, and as you can see, it just makes it look like I have more in-depth cheekbones, like they're higher and more prominent. And it also makes me have a more defined jawline. I don't really have a jawline that's very very like defined, and I definitely don't have defined cheekbones. I have a very round face. So that's essentially what this is for. And you just want to make sure it's very blended. You don't want to have a harsh line or anything like that, because that'll make it look a lot less natural. You want it to be blended and look natural, like your face is actually shaped that way, which in fact is just a nifty little makeup trick. And yeah, you know, I mean, sometimes I just don't talk in an accent. I'm really sorry if you're from the UK or something and I'm insulting. Not trying to be. I just do that sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I always do eyeshadow after I do my bronzer and before I do my blush. That way, if any eyeshadow falls onto my cheek, then I don't have to worry about like wiping it away and smearing the blush and making it uneven, and it's just a hassle. Okay, so to start off with, you're just gonna want to use a neutral light color. And the one I usually use is from Urban Decay, and it's just this eyeshadow palette that I got from them. And I'm gonna use Scratch, which is just a really nice pink color, like pale pink color. Okay, you're gonna apply it on your entire lid and up a little bit right underneath your brow area right there. Okay, and then you're also going to take the same color, put it a little bit underneath from the outside, and come in. So now I'm going to use Too Faced eyeshadow, and it is in Cocoa Puff and Honey Pot. I'm going to use the Cocoa Puff shade. I'm not going to use the Honey Pot because it's a little bit too glimmery for just an everyday eyeshadow. I do use it quite often though. I like it a lot. It's really nice. From this, you're going to apply one line to the outside corner from the top where your brow bone starts to come all the way down to the corner. You're just going to push it down to about the middle of your lid on the bottom. And the top, you're going to pull over right along that brow bone. You're just going to sort of fade it in there. And then I always just sort of bring mine in a little bit over the entire lid to make it look a little bit more faded and less drastic. And you're just going to take a little bit and put it on the outside corner and bring it into about the middle of your eyelid. So you're not going to go quite as far as you did with the pink. Alright, at this point, you've got two shadows done. You're going to take a brush. I use this one for blending. I don't use it for applying because it's synthetic and it just doesn't hold the shadow properly and it ends up falling onto my cheek. So I use this for blending. So you're just going to blend by taking it from the outside, pulling it over along the brow. That'll just make the edge a little bit less harsh up here. You can kind of see. And then you'll also do that along the bottom. And then you're just going to take the outside corners and sort of pull it away. If you don't have a brush like this, I wouldn't recommend you do that with your finger. Instead, I would recommend that you take your concealer, put a little bit on your finger, and just dab it at the very end, just a tiny bit of concealer, and just dab it at the very edge of your eyeshadow and pull it away softly. It'll have the same effect. The last color I'm using is from Wet n Wild. I know. I got this at Walmart. You can get it in any drugstore. We're going to use this middle color here. Right there. The darkest one. It's just a really dark chocolatey brown. And I use this like every day almost. You're going to apply a thin line to the outside edge. Bring it down along the brow the same way you did with the other brown. There we go. And the blush I'm using is Estee Lauder, and it's in Peach Nantes 21. And for this, I don't actually have a specific brush. I just use the brush applicator that came with it. So most people, when they apply blush, they'll start from the outside, right above the cheekbone, and come down. That's fine. Everyone applies blush differently. I typically smile like this, and I'll apply it at the apples of my cheek, and then blend it out. Okay, so at this point we're going to apply our eye highlighter. Dio Baked eyeshadow. It's just sort of like a pearly type of luminescent white. This is the other eyeshadow brush I use. And we're just going to apply it to the very inside corner and bring it out into the rest of the lid, blend it. You go underneath. You're also going to apply it from the bone, the inside bone here, up into the brow. Smashbox in Soft Light Shimmer. This is the brush I use for my highlighter. I need to get a new one though because the bristles are really in bad condition. I've had this forever. But usually for a highlighter brush, you're probably going to want to use a contoured one or like a smaller tapered one. This is neither. So that's another reason why I need to get a new one, but whatever. You're just going to apply it right underneath the eye and right above where you have your blush and your contouring. I usually wear brown eyeliners. I wear black depending on what I'm wearing regarding my clothing and my hairdo, but usually I just wear my brown, and it's Avon Twist brown eyeliner. Underneath eyeliner, you don't want to come all the way down because it'll make your eyes actually look smaller and it'll make your eyelids look large. You're going to take your same pencil, or I do, and just sort of color in your eyebrows, because my eyebrows are actually a little bit lighter than my hair color. And just opens your eyes, makes you look more awake, makes your eyes look bigger. Makeup Forever HD powder. I love this stuff. And what this product does, if you haven't heard of it, it keeps all of your makeup in place throughout the day. If you have an issue with your makeup fading as the day goes on, this is the perfect remedy to that. Also, this isn't what it's meant for, but if you have oily skin, it also fights against the oil and doesn't really let them come to the surface. And if your oil does come to the surface, it doesn't mess up your makeup. A lot of times people have oily skin when the oil comes to the surface and makes your foundation look blotchy. This makes it so that doesn't happen, which is super, super nice. Now I have two mascaras that I use fairly often. The first one is Cargo Triple Action Mascara, and it says it's with a thicken, lengthen, and curl. If you're wearing a lot of black, I would say to wear this. It's darker and it's more precise. This one, Colossal Mascara, I just got it from Walmart. This one is a lot softer looking. It's still black, but it's just softer looking in general. And it'll make your eyelashes look softer, not only in the color, but in their texture. Whereas the other one, your eyelashes are very separated and they're still kind of thin. This one will make them look a lot thicker and softer. Alright, and last but not least, we're going to go ahead and apply our lip gloss. And today, it depends on what I'm wearing with what color it is, but today I'm going to wear e.l.f. Lip Shine, and it is in Super Sassy is the shade, so I'll get my bath on. And there we go. That's it. So that's basically just the makeup that I wear pretty much every day on a daily basis. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope that you can implement this in your daily routine. If you have anything else that differs from my routine, go ahead and let me know in the comments, and I'll try it out. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye!